Hello, my name is Michelle Sudbury, the STEM coordinator at the Texas Education Agency. I'm excited to release the instructional series on the STEM Toolkit. The STEM Toolkit was designed to help district or campuses design and implement a district-wide or campus-wide STEM program. This video series consists of 5 videos that will go through the tools step by step. This is the 5th and final video of the STEM Toolkit series. If you've not watched the introductory video, you'll want to go back and watch that in order to understand the STEM framework, which is the foundation of all the STEM tools. The objective for this video series is to empower leaders and with information to help guide and support STEM decisions. Participants will be able to define the indicators of high quality STEM education as they relate to the TEA STEM framework, communicate the purpose of the STEM resources within the STEM toolkit, recognize the logistical considerations that are important in planning and implementing successful STEM programs, and explore ways to include community stakeholders in STEM programming. One of the first steps in developing a STEM program in Texas was to establish a common definition for STEM education. We have defined STEM education as a method of hands-on teaching and learning where students learn to apply academic content by creatively solving real-world problems with innovative design-based thinking to prepare students for future career opportunities. When we talk about STEM throughout the series, we are talking about a method of instruction, not a course. In the last video, we went through the final section of the STEM implementation tools. The final section of the toolkit is STEM community tools, which are designed to help provide districts and campuses with ideas to engage with community stakeholders and family in STEM experiences. This video will cover the community tools. Now we'll go live to the website and look at the resources within the STEM community section within the toolkit. The tools in this section are the STEM Family Companion Guide, which is available in both English and Spanish, Sample STEM Experience Continuum, Family Engagement Ideas, Ecosystem Engagement Checklist, and a STEM Event Planning Guide. So we'll go live to the website at this time. If you have not watched the planning video, I would step through how to find the toolkit from the main landing page of TEA's website. So if you are unfamiliar, you can go back and see how to locate the STEM toolkit on the website. For this video, we are in this last section for the STEM community tools. We're going to start with the Family Companion Guide, which we are very excited about, and it's our latest release on the website. You'll notice here that it is available in both English and Spanish. And when you open this up, this is a guide that is designed to be printed out to give to families. The online version, of course, is available, but the print version is nice to have at open house or when you are recruiting for STEM programs in both middle school and high school. This is a great guide to give out to students. In this guide, you will notice that there are 4 sections: mastering the STEM basics, just what is STEM and why does it matter to a family's child; busting the STEM barriers and myths; diving into STEM in and out of school programming; and then STEM beyond high school into college, jobs, and careers. As you go through this document, you'll follow the path of different students from start to finish and how STEM education impacted their lives. You will also find parent tips for supporting STEM programming And so as I go through here, there's just tons of information, and not only to inform decision-making, but also to help a parent or a family member wrap their mind around what does it mean when people keep saying STEM education. And so this is just very easy to understand information compiled as a resource for family members. This next document is sample pre-K to 20 STEM experiences. And so this includes college experiences. And it's just a continuum to help districts when they are vertically aligning experiences for student. So you'll notice for STEM awareness for pre-K through second grade, this column are ideas that could be implemented in a school. There are formal education pieces. So something as simple as an engineering center in a preschool or kindergarten classroom, to informal education where you're looking at field trips or library events, and then family events. Not only ways to incorporate your families into programming, but if a family wants to have ideas for getting more involved in STEM, then there are ideas for them as well. So each section, 3 through 8 is STEM exploration, and 9 through 12 STEM application. And this would be putting all that stuff that they've learned through the years into practice. When using these, we tried to really diversify this list. And so you will find things like a STEM speaker. That could be in the primary grades. It could also be in a senior classroom, but we did not list things over and over. And this was in an effort to give districts lots of ideas to pull from. This is a living document. So as I find out about new programs or things get shared with us, we'll go in and update the list and add in even more ideas. So this is very much a work in progress. If you have found an amazing program, I would love that feedback on your feedback survey at the end. And tell me about the experience, and if it's statewide and not a local experience. We want all of these to be statewide, wide and available to everyone. Then we can add it to the list. The next one is family engagement ideas, and we've had lots of positive feedback about this document. It is just a list of different things people are doing across the state of Texas to promote STEM. Many of these things were shared with us during the listening tour the first year in 2018-19 when we were gathering information. And then others have just come from research and working with the Texas ecosystem and the national ecosystem. So each of these has the event title and then a short descriptor. Again, this is not an exhaustive list, but just a list to give you ideas that can springboard even more ideas in your district. They are broken into categories, as you can see here. So the district planning for family events and some tips that have been shared to get the biggest bang for your buck and get families to attend. And then district out of school ideas, and then in-school ideas, things that can be incorporated during the school day to promote family engagement. Then the ecosystem engagement checklist. If you're not familiar with the Texas ecosystem, it is a way to connect business and industry, higher ed, our nonprofits, our educators and K-12, and our families. It's everyone coming together to promote STEM within a local area. So we have a Texas ecosystem with 20 STEM hubs across Texas. Each of those hubs are located at the Education Service Center, where we have a STEM lead that is overseeing the STEM for the region. And so in this document, we are looking at each of those stakeholder groups and providing ideas for getting involved with those groups, or for those groups to have ideas about different services they might offer. Again, this came from working with these stakeholders across Texas over the last few years. Many formal educators, pre-K through 12, are doing these things in this category. We've heard lots of family events that are happening, so we've listed those here. There may be some overlap with the family engagement document, but also some new ideas. For informal educators, these are your nonprofits, your museums, zoos, libraries, any community programs like YMCA. All of those organizations have also been doing STEM for a very long time in Texas, and lots of cool ideas that have been shared with us. So those are listed here. And then our higher eds have been involved with districts across Texas, holding events, different camps, competitions. So those ideas have been captured. And then business and industry, some ideas for how they are partnering with districts to promote STEM careers and getting students involved in the pipeline. And then the last document here is our STEM event planning guide. As a district, you may or may not have hosted events in the past, large events for community or for families to come. So if you've not hosted an event, it can be pretty overwhelming when you get into the weeds of planning the event. We have some example events listed here. If you don't know where to start, this is a good list that you could pick from and start small, maybe doing one event a year and then increasing from there. But whether you're doing the event planning as a teacher, which oftentimes happens, or an administrator, or maybe you have a parent or a PTA president who wants to host an event and maybe does not have experience in event planning, this is a planning guide, and it helps outline the big ideas, but then it also gets into the weeds. What are the different things that have to be thought through, the timeline, and then just all the things that you think about with scheduling, with activities, even down to the logistics of where to post signs, what do you need signs for, all the details are here. And this document not only can help plan an event, but also help be an agenda or a list of discussion items for holding those meetings for planning the event as well. So this is just a guide to get the ball rolling on a STEM event. So that is our community tools and how to promote community awareness. I'm going to go back to our home page here and show you our ecosystem section, which is located right above the STEM toolkit on the main page. But I want to point out your STEM leads across Texas. So as you go down, you will find your region and your STEM contacts in each region. These folks can help you get ideas going in your region, but they can also help with STEM instructional coaching. They are rolling out STEM professional development this summer, 2021, both for leaders and educators. They're available to come to your campus and do on-site STEM training. So many valuable folks here and resources available to you to support you. And down at the bottom, you'll also see that regional map. So if you happen to not be from a district and you're watching this video and you're not sure what region you live in, here is a map, and that way you can reach out to the STEM contact as well. So like in all the other videos, I'm going to go back to our slide deck and go down to our survey. If you will please take a moment to complete the feedback survey. It's designed to only take about 1 to 2 minutes. If you've not used a QR code before, simply open your camera, point it at the QR code. It will capture it automatically. Click on the prompt and it will take you to the survey. Any feedback that you can provide, especially with ideas for development of future tools. We are still developing items. We want to support you in whatever way that we can. So I look forward to reading your feedback and thank you in advance for providing that for me. Have a great day, and I hope that you have enjoyed the instructional series, STEM Toolkit.